Hello and welcome. My name is Steve Brind and it's my privilege to be taking you through this series deeper into Isaiah. I don't know if you've ever had that experience when you're reading the Word of God and you get to a passage and you're maybe in your daily readings and you think, do you know what, this passage is just too difficult, it's too hard, I don't understand it, I don't know how to get my head around it, what do I do with this? Well, if you feel like that, you are in good company. Thousands of other Christians before you have felt exactly the same way. And so what this course is all about is about taking us deeper into one of those difficult books of the Bible, Isaiah. And you might ask the question, well, Steve, why Isaiah? And it's a good question. It's a big book. It's 66 chapters. There's lots of reasons why Isaiah is not a great choice for us. It's 66 chapters long. It's also an old book. It's an ancient book, over 2,700 years old. And that's going to put us off in some ways. It's also a distant book. Historically, it's distant from us. Geographically, it's distant. The language is written in ancient Hebrew, and even worse than that, it's written as poetry. There are lots of reasons why Isaiah might be challenging for us. But there are also lots of reasons to read and to understand Isaiah. First of all, it's incredibly relevant. Isaiah speaks into an uncertain world, into a world where there's political uncertainty, where there's the danger, the threat of war, where there's the danger of financial insecurity. Isaiah is a messenger in all of this, in an uncertain world, about a certain God, a greater message about a great God. Isaiah's message is this: God is the King of the world. Whatever is going on around, God is the King of the world, and he can be trusted. He is in charge. He is ultimately the authority that is responsible for and in charge of this world. Isaiah's message is fantastic. His message is majestic. His book is wonderful. And it'll be our privilege to step through some of the wonderful things that Isaiah has to say, so that we can discover that even though it's a big book, we can get our heads around it. Even though it's an ancient book, nevertheless it's relevant for today. And even though, yes, there is distance between us and Isaiah, we can start to close the gap of those distances, of those differences, so we might understand that central message that God is the great King of the world. We're going to go deeper into Isaiah together. I hope you will join me for what will be a very exciting series.